All right. So the next thing we had, a little bit more, maybe if Sum 41's not your thing, I'm sure the Super Bowl is, hopefully. Everyone usually tunes in at least for the halftime show, right? So, Kendrick Lamar was this year. I like Kendrick Lamar. I like his track. He's not my favorite artist in the world. I thought, maybe I'm just old or something, but I think they could have got someone bigger than him. But what did you guys think?
I see. I'm a big Kendrick Lamar fan. However, I was disappointed in the performance, not necessarily the music. Like I liked the songs he played. Maybe I could have gone for some older stuff too from him, but I was just disappointed in his, not necessarily his performance, just the show, in general. I found it kind of blah. I think maybe I expected more. To counter what you kind of mentioned, Steve, I think Kendrick Lamar right now is one of the biggest artists in the world. I think it is an appropriate choice for a Super Bowl currently. However, he probably could have used a couple of cameos in there with him. And maybe just, I don't know, a little bit better of a show.
What do you think, Andy?
I would agree with Jer on that. It would have been nice if he had some more collaborators. Like the last few years, we've seen a lot of artists who bring other people on stage too, and have look at the year with Dr. Dre and Snoop Dogg and all. That was a really big year. I thought Kendrick Lamar was really good. He's a very hot topic right now. He's really, like Jared said, he's a top artist in the world. His feud with Drake, that was, it's kind of center stage, and he really played into that as we saw, and it's just, this was his moment. I think this was his moment, and he really grabbed onto it, and he just ran. That's how I feel about it.
See, what I'm thinking is I feel like the last few artists, the last lots of artists, actually, a lot of them, when they play the halftime show, it's not in their peak, right? This is kind of an homage to them, like a celebration of them. Look at what they've done throughout the years, that kind of thing. And Kendrick Lamar is popular right now. We don't need to see more Kendrick Lamar. He's everywhere right now. He doesn't need to be on the Super Bowl, right? That's what I thought. I do like his stuff. Don't get me wrong. I think he's incredibly talented. I love a lot of his songs. I've got a lot of it on my gym playlist. I thought they could have done better. So that's my opinion. But the reason why I wanted to bring this up is we're talking about a lot of rock acts on our podcast here, specifically pop punk and emo, but just rock in general. They haven't had any rock acts in a very, very long time. I think the last one that was even on there potentially would have been, I don't know if you can count Maroon 5 as a rock act. I wouldn't. They're more pop, but there hasn't been a lot. Bruno Mars brought out the Chili Peppers, which is great. That was a good cameo.
That was really good. That was a great show.
Yeah, but the last big one, was it Prince? That's the last big rock act.
See, but when we're talking about Prince, though, we're talking about potentially one of the greatest Super Bowl shows ever.
And Steve, don't forget we had Paul McCartney on there as well in the last. That was within the last. I want to say 10 to 15 years. Paul McCartney was on that.
Did he not perform with somebody though?
Why don't I read out the last 10 here?
Sure.
Just so we have a reference point, okay? So we had Kendrick Lamar this year. Last year was Usher, and he had some good cameos. He had Alicia Keys on there, will.i.am, Lil Jon, Ludacris. So that was kind of cool. Rihanna was amazing.
Yeah.
I could listen to Rihanna forever. Dr. Dre, Snoop Dogg, Eminem, Mary J. Blige, Kendrick Lamar. So Kendrick was just on it too. There's another.
Hey, don't disrespect 50 like that. 50 Cent was there.
He's under the cameo. column here, but he was probably the best cameo.
Yeah.
Then The Weeknd before that, Shakira and Jennifer Lopez. We had Maroon 5. I don't know. I think that was one of the worst I've seen in a long time. Justin Timberlake before that, awesome. Lady Gaga before that, awesome. And then Coldplay 2016. And then Katy Perry and Bruno Mars rounded out. So we really haven't had a big rock act headline that in over 10 years. So my question to you guys is, who do you want to see as a rock act in the Super Bowl? And, you know, who's big enough to do it? Because that's another question.
I think there's a few, not many. There might be 3 bands or rock acts that could probably do it now. I mean, again, without sounding cliche, I think currently, and with the demographic of the age demographic of people that are now at the Super Bowl and watching it more frequently, I think you could probably put Green Day. I think they could probably perform. You could probably put Blink-182. Now, I don't know if Blink could have done it 10 years ago. They probably could have done it 15 years ago, and they probably could do it now. Mm-hmm. Green Day, I don't think ever went...
I'm glad you said that. I'm glad you said those 2 acts because I had a thought.
Yeah.
So 2002 was the Pop Disaster Tour.
Yep.
So 2027 would be the 25-year anniversary. What about a Blink Green Day halftime show?
With a cameo of Jimmy Eat World and Cut You Up.
Cut You Up, just jumping off things into the crowd. Vintage Cut You Up.
That would.
But yeah, I think you're right. There's not a lot that could do. Off the top of my head, I was thinking the Chili Peppers, maybe the Foo Fighters.
Yeah, see, I wasn't even going back that far. Those are definites for me. Absolutely the Chili Peppers, absolutely the Foo Fighters. I don't know. You could probably see Queen come back. They could probably do something like that.
Never thought of that. Great answer.
Yeah, Queen could probably definitely do that with Adam Lambert. If he's still singing for them. I think he is.
He is. I saw them, I think it was 2014 around then. He is one of the best singers I've ever seen.
He's incredible.
He's incredible.
Yeah. But other than those, I don't know. In terms of rock acts, who else?
I was also thinking, with Linkin Park getting their new singer, if you had Linkin Park and then Jay-Z could show up.
That, you could definitely do that.
That would be awesome.
Yeah, what's that album called?
Collision Course.
Collision Course. That's it.
Banger of an album, by the way.
Yeah, that's a great album.
Great collaboration.
Yeah, that's back when that was a new thing. That was a new those collabs, those hip hop and punk rock collabs were new. There was the Collision Course. You had Jay-Z and Linkin Park. Ludacris. Ludacris did a song with Sum 41.
Yeah, he did. That was great, actually.
Yeah, that was pretty cool.
Yeah.
But yeah, to be honest, Steve, I can't think of many more.
Steve, I'll throw you one. How about Billy Joel?
Billy Joel would be great. I'd love it. I'd love it.
I just don't know if that's a halftime show.
I know. Yeah.
He could do it, and I'd love it. But, yeah, I don't know if he's got the audience nowadays that would like to see it enough of it.
Yeah.
Because Queen, everybody knows Queen's songs still. The Queen are at a whole other level. I would love a Billy Joel halftime show. Or even, I don't know if... I can't remember which one of you guys also went to this, but when they had the Elton John, Billy Joel co-tour.
Yeah, I was at that tour.
Yeah,
or at that show.
Yeah.
That would be great. I think they could do that, like an Elton Billy Joel one.
That'd be incredible.
Have to get on that. So we got to get some more rock acts back on that.
Yeah.
But it kind of says a lot to the state of rock and roll right now, where we're grasping at straws trying to figure out who could do it.
My choices would be, I would say Blink or the Foo Fighters. I would say that right now it'd be one of those two for me.
Yeah, I'm with you on that. That's who I'd like to see.